These are the different things that we have. I just want to show you. I just went back and went to 2023 because we went back in history. We see all these in red were short on storage conditions. This is SVO is a storage violation, and we'll show you what's captured for each one of those. For the short on storage, it'll tell you these are the DSAs that we have. Okay, this is the amount that's used, free, and so on. It'll tell you how much is available. I mean, which one is on short on storage. Then it'll tell you, okay, how much you're using below, how much you're using above. Okay? And then it'll tell you every single task that you're executing. This is task T-94 is using a total of 186K. And this is the distribution for below and above the line. Above this is below C24, which is CICS allocated, CICS used, 24 below. This is the 31 user. This is the CICS portion. This is the CICS portion, the user portion, excuse me. And it says task number CCAM is using 12K. And then this task, track, put in there, task number 519. That's the one that caused the short on storage of the ECDSA. It says you're already using 460K and you asked for 16 megabytes. There weren't 16 megabytes available. So therefore, that's why we went short on storage. Okay? So you get sufficient information so that you can debug the short on storage condition without having to look at a system dump. And again, in the case of short on storage, the system dump is not automatic. Okay, then we have the storage violation program, the transaction. The name of the program is sniffer. Okay, and you get all the addresses of which is the user program, the base address. This particular case, this is a web transaction. So in addition to getting the information as to where the addresses of the control blocks were and so on, you will also get, what TCP/IP you were using. Okay. What the target was, the web socket where the control block was, the client address and the server address. Okay, then you will see the actual, I think it's a 1K of the message that came in, the top 1K. Okay, then it'll give you all the areas, all the tasks, all the areas that you had in memory that you requested. Okay, and it'll tell you. This is the area that caused the storage violation, and it's the back part that was damaged. It can be the front, it can be the back, or it can be both if it's a real heavy type of deal. So you'll see here that it was this address that where the field where the data was damaged. Okay, and it's the back part of it. The size of the area was 70K in size, 70,368. Then you will see what transactions were in memory at the time. This is very important because sometimes you reflect the storage violation, but somebody else was the one that did it to you. Okay, so this is when you look at 2 or 3 of these storage violations, and you keep saying it wasn't me. This is where you would see who else was in memory at that time, which will help me determine. Then it'll give you the affected areas. This is 256 bytes before that area. Remember, this area was 1EA04ED0, right? So this is the area before 4ED0, 255 bytes. You notice that this is in good shape. Okay, that's what it should be. Okay, this is the transaction. This is the user area and the transaction number. Okay, and notice that this is the 256 bytes at the very beginning. Here is the 256 bytes at the end of the area. Okay, and you'll notice that it erased the storage control zone. So this is what was damaged. Okay, and then this is the 256 bytes after the area. So apparently somebody moved low values there, and this went crazy, starting about this area. Okay. Any questions that you have on that? And the last thing you'll get is the EIB. And sometimes this is very important because, for example, I may have a problem that came up, and when I look here, it says, oh, you did a 0602, you issued a read, but I got an 81. An 81 is not found. You'll also find the rest and rest two commands down here at the bottom. And you will be able to say, oh, that may be caused because I got a not found for this particular file. Okay? And this is the user and this is the system. Okay? And they may be different. Okay? And you know, which you may have to. And again, what is a 0E08? Well, remember that I said that you take that 0E08 and go to the XX portion of CTREC, and there's one called FUNC, function. You hit that, put in 0E08, and I'll tell you what that command is.